Hi, I'm David Smith, and I'm here at the Darden School of Business for the University of Virginia Investing Conference 2012. I'm here with Jay Venkatesan, Bob Hugin, and Richard Evans. Jay, I have a question for you. What opportunities do you see for healthcare companies operating in the emerging markets?
Thanks for having me here. I think there are some good opportunities both for innovators who are selling internationally into the emerging markets as well as domestic plays in the emerging markets. I think there are good opportunities for some of the cancer companies who are addressing needs in places like China where they have diseases like liver cancer that are much more prevalent there. I think the opportunity set is enormous. What we're seeing is increasing wealth in countries like India and China, where the growth of the middle class and a rise of private health insurance is allowing them to get more advanced therapies. And so I think the opportunity set is interesting for companies that have treatments to those diseases. In particular, in places like India, they focus on what they call lifestyle diseases, which we would think of as cardiovascular and diabetes. Those opportunities are significant today and getting larger, driven predominantly by the rising wealth in those countries. The dietary habits have changed, and now they're eating more of a Western diet, which is
making them less healthy.
Which is making them less healthy and causing more cardiovascular problems, causing more obesity and ultimately diabetes. And so those opportunities are interesting. They're also living longer, so you're seeing more cases of cancer, and those opportunities are obviously compelling. And then in China in particular, you're seeing a rise in respiratory illnesses as a result of pollution, and there are opportunities there. You're seeing more asthma, more COPD, and those drugs are compelling. In terms of domestic opportunities, one of the things we've liked is finding similar themes to what we've invested in successfully in the US and Europe, and applying those themes to other countries. An example would be in Brazil. DASA and Fleury are two lab companies that are consolidating in the laboratory space, much like Quest and LabCorp are in the United States. And we like that kind of opportunity to play in the local market and participate in a consolidating industry locally where you're getting the advantage of the local distribution.
Thank you.
Sure.
Bob, going forward, what do you see the pace of innovation in the healthcare sector? Is it going to be increasing, decreasing?
David, I think that we're going to see nothing but an increase in the pace of change in healthcare. I think we're just beginning at the very, very beginning edge of really beginning to capitalize on the benefits of the revolution in molecular biology combined with a revolution in information technology. So I think some of the most serious diseases that we face today, Alzheimer's, diabetes, the focus of really taking this new information and be able to really, through intellectual property advances, technology advances, innovative companies are really going to make a difference in how these diseases are treated over the next 10 years. So that, from that point of view, change is going to do nothing but accelerate, and it's going to be very positive for people in terms of the quality of life, the length of life. On the broader side in healthcare, I think we're also going to see the pace of change accelerate. It has to. The financial challenges we have in healthcare, how we deliver healthcare, how we pay for healthcare, we have to make changes. The financial situation we face is so severe, we're going to have to innovate, find new ways to pay to ensure we improve quality at the same time reducing costs, and ensure that we do it in a way that it makes it better for people. So I think we're going to see nothing but an acceleration in the pace of change.
Yeah, even subject to these financial constraints, that'll even help.
It'll force us to do things better, more effectively, in new and creative ways, and that's where the solutions are going to come from, innovation.
Okay, great. And Richard, where do you see the opportunities in the healthcare industry globally, including the U.S.? Where are the winners and where are the losers?
Yeah, if we think across long time cycles in the context of the Reform Act and the things that are changing, one of our favorite plays is in information technology. If we think about the percentage of healthcare market capitalization that's in any given industry at the moment and what that's going to look like 10 years from now, information technology in healthcare is really, I think probably our favorite macro bet. Right now that setting kind of splits into two. You've got information technology that's kind of hospital-centric, and then IT companies that are more physician office focused. And what we see is that the models for delivering care are really integrating. So we're getting these things called accountable care organizations, or ACOs, where providers are aggregating. And we see the hospital really kind of being the center of that hub and spoke. And we believe the hospitals are going to project their information technology standards out into the provider community. So the folks that are providing the hospital IT, ultimately we think not only benefit from IT being a bigger share of the pie, they also get more share of IT specifically. We think the hospital providers are probably going to displace the physician-based IT providers.
So the play is for the IT providers to the hospitals?
Absolutely right.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for coming and talking with us about healthcare, such an important subject right now. I hope we can have a similar conversation next year at the 2013 University of Virginia Investing Conference and see how far we've come.
Thank you. Enjoyed being here.